Yeah, what do you guys think about the drones thing, man? Are they just trying to like scare us or what's going on? Drones. It's not even just Jersey. It's like there was Arkansas, I think, or I think they saw it in Oklahoma, I think. Or I guess Jersey's the main center of it or something. I don't know. Massive invasion of drones. New Jersey officials update on drones over New Jersey. This is 9 hours ago, so fairly recent. I investigated the New Jersey UAP drones. Concerns over drone sightings in Jersey. The other grass Tyson. This guy. This guy. Well, Billy Carson, yeah, he's just, I mean, that's just shillery, man. So this is what they do. That guy's a shill, obviously, Billy Carson, right? And then now they're using him to popularize this other shill, this guy, Wes Huff, who I used to go to school with. Anyway, oh, there's a drone crash. So one of the drones crashed? Maybe that's not one of those other ones. Drone came down in Jersey residential area. It came down. 50 drones. This guy's in Vargas. Oh, Vargas. So I don't know. Maybe this is Ocean County. Is Ocean County in Jersey? Maybe, right? Because they're on the ocean. I don't know. Anyway, I thought there was. I think there's more than just Jersey. I feel like I heard there was something in Oklahoma or something like that. Oregon. I don't know. Anyway, let's watch this one.
And welcome back here on Live Now from Fox. We are taking a live look.
Yeah. Wes Huff's clear. I mean, look, I actually know the dude. I actually went to school with this guy, and even then, we used to fight. We used to always fight about like King James only. I never met him very many times. I only met him a few times. We took like 2 classes together, I think, total. But the dude was like, he's so against the King James thing. And then I saw a video he made about that. But then now, yeah, he's rolling with like Ruslan and them. I think he's just a show. He does the hand signs and stuff too. Very weird.
Over in New Jersey, as we have this news conference getting underway on those drones, let's pop up the audio and listen in.
Mayorkas shockingly said this week, we haven't seen anything unusual. We know of no threat. Close quote. What? The massive invasion of drones observed and recorded by so many of our citizens, including and especially law enforcement and military personnel, many who are here. Is it unusual? Is he kidding? How does Secretary Mayorkas, who infamously told us for years that our southern border was secure and closed when we know it's not, and now insult our intelligence that we haven't seen anything unusual? This is usual? I don't think so. And how can he and others, like National Security Spokesman Admiral John Kirby, say we know there's no threat? How do they know that? What are they revealing? Or are they just saying it? How can anyone speculate or issue assurances to thousands, millions of Americans who have witnessed the drones that there is no threat? For weeks, we've asked for the truth and action to mitigate any and all threats to people and property. Now we are demanding it. As the sightings increase, including by service members.
Yeah, I don't understand how the U.S. government, which spends they spend so much money on their Air Force and stuff. Like, why can't they just shoot these things down or something? Or just put up a plane and just like go close to it and find out what it is, or helicopters or something, whatever. You got the biggest like air fleet in the whole world, like by like massive, like by orders of magnitude more planes and more Air Force than anyone else in the whole world. And they can't do this.
At Naval Weapons Station Earl, and I did talk to the commander there. His men are seeing it right there at the base. Are you kidding me? Munitions.
Wait. Where's this? Where's that, bro? Fair 33. Oh, this one, the 33 here. Is that what you're talking about? They often do this, but that is the 33. That certainly is. Oh, Fair 30. Oh, you're talking about the temperature here, right? All right. But they put a 33 here. You see that? Channel 3.
Seeing it right there at the base. Are you kidding me?
And now it's 34 though, because it's the temperature, typical. But I know what you're saying. The star sign. What you mean? Because it's the sheriff, though. That's right. But I mean, it is very suspicious that sheriffs and like the Medal of Valor and all those things have a star, a so-called star, like a pentagram. But yeah, CBS 33, man.
Munitions are seeing it right there at the base. Are you kidding me? A munitions depot of that caliber, and these drones are hovering in close proximity to it. The Coast Guard told me the other day, and Sheriff Mastronardi, that one of its 47-foot rescue boats was followed in very close proximity off its stern by numerous drones. Why can't we bag at least one of these drones and get to the bottom of it? Why can't we even track them? I asked Secretary Mayorkas at a briefing, a Zoom briefing, why we can't follow them, find out where they're going. They're coming from somewhere. Okay, you can't seem to do that. Why can't we follow them and find what their origin is? Many of them seem to be coming from the ocean. I was with Sheriff Mastronardi the other day on the beach, and we saw a video, and we talked to heard one of his deputies.
See how they have this whole crew of people standing around here. It's supposed to make you feel like scared, right? Like, oh man, this is serious, guys. They got a whole bunch of guys looking at the camera, all like with their faces all screwed up, and they look very concerned. You know, it's like they're just trying to create this atmosphere of fear and stuff. You know, the whole thing is fear based. It's almost always like about fear making you afraid.
She had seen 50 of them coming from the ocean to mainland. Is there something out there? We don't have the capability to do that. We don't have control over our airspace. And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, the feckless response to the Chinese Communist Party's spy balloon. When that thing traversed America and went over one very sensitive base, including the B-2 bombers base, after another. We did nothing except say, "Oh, it's a spy balloon," or is.
I think it's just more of their circus. It's probably nothing at all. It's probably their own technology, and it's just nothing. It's literally no threat to us, and you could just ignore this entire story, go about your life, and it will never affect your life in any way. You know, in a few weeks or months, it's gonna go away. You're never gonna hear another thing about it. Or maybe it's Project Bluebeam, but even that, like either way, just you don't have to worry about it. That's my main thing about my position on this is whatever it is, you don't have to worry about it. That's the main thing I hope everyone will take away from this this discussion. So in this one, News Nation says the White House, no evidence of drones threatening national security. So I think that might be worth checking out. Let's just check it out.
The mystery in our skies.
I think we cannot say definitively that they are not anomalous.
And you are looking at video taken late Sunday in Brooklyn.
Yeah, so they might create this little like you know how they have that thing they call it what do they call it, man? They make a problem and then they solve the problem for you, right? And then their solution always involves them like taking your rights away. You know what I'm saying? So if this is the solution, problem, reaction, solution, or whatever, that stupid thing. So then let's say this is the problem, right? Like the drones, right? And then they'll make this law so that they'll give themselves powers to like shoot down drones whenever they please and stuff. Something like that. Some stupid thing, you know?
They started to change from like white lights. They started to get like more like reddish green blinking lights. There had to be in total 10, maybe 12 of these things. And some of them came closer. They went over my building. You could hear the whir of the motor. They seemed pretty large.
The Brooklyn sightings coming after folks in Staten Island and in several New Jersey neighborhoods also saw the flying objects believed to be drones. The incidents so frequent in Jersey, one county's own officers even called 911 this week after seeing 50 drones come off the Atlantic Ocean. The increasing number of sightings from coast to coast leaving public officials scrambling.
We don't see any concern for public safety. That's number one. Number two, having said that, it's really frustrating that we don't have more answers as to where they're coming from and why they're doing what they're doing.
At this time, we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary.
We have
Yo,
no
you see how
evidence.
you see it. Look, I just
Coming
want to say,
from-
you know, you guys will see lots of Indian people. Sometimes you'll see these Indian people there, but they're almost always these Sikhs, eh? And I'm not saying anything against Sikhs. I love the Sikhs. Don't get me wrong, Sikhs. I love you. But I'm just saying, the fact that Sikhs get in there, it's not by accident. A lot of the Sikhs are into this Khalistan thing and all this stuff. Like, so it's kind of like Khalistan is kind of Illuminati, you know? Anyway.
Foreign entity or the work of an adversary.
We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or a public safety threat or have a foreign nexus. The Department of Homeland Security and the FBI are investigating these sightings, and they're working closely with state and local law enforcement to provide resources.
President-elect Donald Trump even responding with
Well, it's so weird. Like, so you're trying to get the local law enforcement and the FBI to deal with some aircraft. Like, what? Why would that be your first thing? Wouldn't that, like, I mean, I would call the FBI or local law enforcement when somebody gets killed, like there's like a murder, you know? Then I would call them. But if there's something in the sky that seems to be flying around and it seems to be maybe possibly a threat, then I would call the Air Force or something along those lines, right? Wouldn't that be the normal thing? So that's very weird that they're doing this.
a post on Truth Social suggesting officials shoot the suspected drones down if they can't determine their origin. News Nation's Mills Hayes tracking the very latest developments. Mills, what are we learning tonight?
Yeah, just shoot it up. Well, why don't Americans just like, don't Americans all have like these rifles and guns and stuff, especially out in the country, right? Not all Americans, I understand, but I'm saying there's lots of guns in America. And so people could just go out in their backyard and just start target practicing on these fools, man. Why? Why are you just letting these guys fly around, man? It's weird.
Hey, good evening, Natasha. Well, these drone sightings are causing panic across the country as more states report seeing them in the sky and even over military installations. The mystery drones even temporarily shutting down a New York airport Friday night.
How could they just fly over a military? Imagine you're like, dude, if you had a plane, if you had like a normal plane, right? Just say you have a plane, like you're like a guy with a plane, and you decide to fly over a military base. They're not gonna shoot you down, but they will definitely, they'll either land you or they will like seriously, they'll get on your case over that. They're just gonna let that get away. Most likely they'll probably land you, you know, they'll probably force you to land. You know what I'm trying to say? Like they'll actually like scramble jets or something. You cannot just fly over a military base in America. That's absurd. And if you just had like a drone and you're playing around with your drone and you just fly it over a military base, you will get in big trouble for that. They're just gonna like let you get away with that.
New York Governor Hochul to say this has gone too far.
After weeks of drone sightings, the size of SUVs, people who live in New Jersey are fed up.
The size of SUV. This is the size of SUV. How could they know that what the size of it is? How could they possibly know that? I guess if you know the magnification on the thing, you can kind of check, right? I guess that's how they do it. I don't know.
It's unnerving and it's disturbing, and they have to do something.
Yo, did you see what she just did with her hands?
Are fed up.
It's unnerving and it's just.
Look at that. Why does she do that? Now, like a lot of these people are like kind of, well, what do you call them? Like the crisis actors and stuff, you know?
These people who live in New Jersey are fed up.
It's unnerving and it's disturbing, and they.
Yeah, both hands, eh, brothers? Both hands, bro. Very weird. She looks kind of witchy. She looks very witchy and witchcrafty. X nails. X. The X in the background, eh, woman? And then this thing's weird too. Pix 11. This thing is just, this whole thing is just weird. This whole thing that I'm looking at right now. I don't know what I'm looking at. So weird.
They have to do something.
So why isn't somebody tracking it and seeing where it lands? Because we have cameras everywhere.
The Ocean County Sheriff's Office in New Jersey has tried tracking the mystery drones.
We have the sergeant's testimony that they travel at 50, 60 miles
What?
an hour.
How is this guy? What did she say? The sheriff or something? What did she say?
The mystery drone.
Cameras everywhere.
The Ocean County Sheriff's Office in New Jersey.
The sheriff's office. The sheriff's office. They have the sheriff. You know what a sheriff is, right? It's like, I mean, obviously you guys are mostly American, but for anybody who's not, it's like some like guy. They're mostly out in like, it's weird. They get elected and then they have like a little office and they have some law enforcement people that work under them. That's all the sheriff is. They're not like some, and they're only like a local area. That's all they are. They're not like, why would they have a sheriff trying to track these things? Why wouldn't they have the Air Force, the Army, or something like that? What is going on here? Why is this is so weird, dude.
Jersey has tried tracking the mystery drones.
This guy's looking. Look at this website. This website
The
is
Ocean County
to track,
Sheriff's Office in New Jersey has tried.
Look, this website is to track airplanes, right? So these stupid sheriffs, these podunk sheriffs from like wherever, they're trying to like track airplanes. Why are you even looking at this website? This website tracks airplanes. It doesn't track drones that are from aliens.
Tracking the mystery drones.
We have the sergeant's testimony that they travel at 50, 60 miles an hour. Our drones, we can't chase them too quick because our drones only go 40.
Eyewitnesses say the drones are 8 to 10 feet or as big as an SUV.
They're going all over the state, all over the county, and it doesn't seem like they're limited by how far they can go. So it's just,
dude, how can this possibly be allowed to go on? Like, how can, like, America, man, America, which is like the most militarily like defensive thing. Like they have more defense spending than any other country by like orders of magnitude. Literally like 10 times or more. They spend more than 10 times the money on their armed forces and stuff than any other country. Okay? And they can't figure this out or shoot these things down or something. This is ridiculous. They got the sheriff. They got the sheriff there looking at the website where they track airplanes, and they don't. And I haven't heard the Air Force once. I haven't heard the word Air Force or like they sent an airplane or a helicopter. Nothing, not one thing. Right. So this is very weird. This is very, very weird.
It's impressive. It's different.
But lawmakers on both sides don't find it so impressive, as reported sightings across the country have grown out of the Northeast and to states like Maryland, Florida, and California. New York Governor Hochul has called on the Biden administration to send more federal law enforcement. We have grown out on both sides.
See, so it's going into more places, not just Jersey.
Don't find
anymore.
It so impressive, as reported sightings across the country have grown out of the Northeast.
Redondo Beach, California. Davidsonville, Maryland. Bergen County, that's also Jersey. Brooklyn, New York. But I swear, man, I think it was Jesse on Fire. I was watching Jesse on Fire, and he was talking about how they saw drones in like Oklahoma or something.
And to states like Maryland, Florida, and California. New York Governor Hochul has called on the Biden administration to send more federal law enforcement to her state to ensure safety. President-elect Trump, meanwhile, calling for more information to be released by the government. And if that doesn't surface,
Okay, mystery drone sightings all over the country. Can this really be happening without our government's knowledge? I don't think so. Let the public know it now. Otherwise, shoot them down. Look, you know, obviously, I think this guy's a shill, right? But they'll very often make him say things that are very true and very like just common sense. And so that's why most people will just look at that and say, yeah, that's absolutely true. Donald Trump is saying a very true thing. Because of course you would shoot them down. You would never allow that to go on, especially when they're going over military bases. It's absurd. It's absurd to let some random flying object just fly over your military base. It's not like it's one of those super fast ones. You know, they used to show those ones, but now this is like some drone, like shoot it down or whatever.
Shoot the drones down.
They must immediately disclose more information to the public. It's totally and completely unacceptable.
It's a test. Somebody's testing us, and we're failing that test.
And Natasha, the White House says that there is no evidence at this time that these drone sightings pose a national security or even a public safety threat or have a foreign.
How could it not pose a spot? Look, if one of those things just falls out of the sky, let's just say the thing ran out of gas or whatever, however they work, right? Let's just say it malfunctioned and it just fell on somebody's head. It is absolutely a threat to national security. You have flying vehicles that are not like put there by any kind of government or any kind of like whatever, like those type of things that they have with the air traffic control and stuff. You know, like if it was like, okay, there should be certain things in the airspace of any given sovereign nation, right? They should have. You're allowing the things that are on your air traffic control thing, and you're allowing like your own military, and then you might have some allies that are allowed to kind of fly over or whatever, and you might have some other things like drones that are from your citizens. You would not have these giant drones that look like the size of a pickup truck just flying around over your military bases. That's absurd. Even if Canada, like if that happened in Canada and they didn't shoot it down, I would be like, that's ridiculous. That's against the policy of our country. It's not legal. It's illegal to even do that, you know? So for America to just go, oh, well, we don't know. We're waiting for Mr. Biden to make a thing about it. Like, I wouldn't even wait for Biden. I would just, as a commander of a base or a military base or whatever, I'd just be like, on my own like authority, I would just shoot it down.
Foreign connection. New Jersey has told its firefighters to not approach those downed or landed drones and to instead call a bomb squad. Natasha?
Yeah, Mills Hayes with that. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen.
Anyway, you suck. I hate all these YouTube news people. They're just the worst. They clearly think we're idiots. I like this. I like Country Girl Washington. I like you, lady. Public, what are they? White House, we don't know. Public, what are they doing? White House, we don't know. Public, where do they come from? White House, we don't know. Public, who is controlling them? We don't know. Public, what are their intentions? We don't know. White House, but don't worry, they pose no threat. How do you know? We don't know. Yeah, that's right. This guy pretty much says it all. You know, I love the comment section sometimes because people will just, obviously sometimes the comment section sucks, right? But sometimes it's like really spot on. And this is one of those times. But I don't know if you guys can see these, but these are really good comments, by the way. Hang on. So this guy's like, so me flying my 250-gram drone over a military zone. Yeah, that's true. That's the thing. You just get a little drone, just one of those little drones that you can buy at like Radio Shack, right? Put that and start trying to fly it over a military base. You will get in big trouble. First of all, they probably will shoot it down or something. They'll get mad at you. You might get arrested. It's very, very serious. You can't just fly things over military zones or military, like whatever. You can't do that, man. It's not allowed. It's not permissible. The public is growing increasingly concerned and frustrated with the complete lack of transparency and dismissive attitude of the federal government. This is true. I mean, you're living in a so-called democracy or a republic or whatever, so they shouldn't just be able to do that. You find a downed drone, not approach but call a bomb squad, really? But they are no threat to public safety, yeah. Shut down airport in New York, not a threat, yeah. It's not the drones. It's what's going to be deployed next. Wow. Anyway, so you can see that this drone story is very weird. And I mean, like I say, the only thing I would just have, I hope everyone will take away from this is that it's absolutely not anything that we need to be worried about in any way whatsoever. And if you probably, I'm telling you, probably 90% chance that if you just ignored this story completely. Just went about your daily life. Just never even bothered with this story. In a few weeks, it's going to go away. And your life, it will not affect your life in any way whatsoever. You know, that's the like 99% chance of what's going to happen with those drone things. But there's a slim chance that there's something more going on there. So I don't know.
Okay. I'm studying the Bible in Toronto. 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 Studying the Bible with Mike and Pat. These other YouTubers are just so trash. Hit the thumbs up if you want to support. Go follow Mike as he follows the Lord. I'm studying the Bible in Toronto. 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 You better watch out, Mike's calling out the shills. If you're not free grace, you need to sit down and chill. We're not hyper grace, you know we keep it real. Eternally secure, you know that we're sealed. We don't back low, we're not workspace heretics. Mike's not in it for the money, trying to get a lick. They out here selling their souls for a couple clicks. Becoming Freemasons so they can't just get rich. I'm studying the Bible in Toronto. 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 Shout out to Mike and Pat. Check out his channel, Toronto Bible Study. Subscribe and like.